I've been sitting here thinking of how to even start this conversation. I guess it is my fault. Expecting you to be the you that I knew 5 years ago. It's my fault for thinking that after so much time, maybe, just maybe, you would at least pretend like I meant something to you. After the trip, after the drunk stares, the white knuckle dinner in Encinitas, the many nights I said I was just at the gym. I think that we could have saved it too. Maybe if we didn't have so many phone calls when we were both fucked up. Saying things we didn't mean. Saying things that weren't true. Fighting over nothing. That is the best way to put it too. Fighting over nothing. I can't even remember why it got this way. And why then? Whenever I would try to communicate, it got twisted in a knot. And when you try to communicate with me, I was too busy. And I just couldn't even fucking respond. But you wanted an answer. And I had stated that to you over and over again. I got tired of explaining it to you. You couldn't accept my wants. Always expecting a different answer. I'm not the same person I was back then, and neither are you. You have grown angry at the world, angry at me. You take it all directly to heart, never broadening your listening to hear the emotion in my voice. You never understood my pain from the fighting until it led me to crying. That was the last time I was vulnerable with you. I know that you never realized that. It's easier for me to tell myself that you hate me and don't want me around. It makes it easier to leave that way. I shouldn't have leaned on you for so long. Your caring for me made me feel like you were my therapist. Paying you to listen, paying you to be present. You didn't listen because you wanted to. You listened because you felt that you had to. Nobody should ever feel that their emotions are a burden. And as something as small as a friend, listening wouldn't have killed you. It wouldn't have been the huge request you made it feel like. In a way, I was more emotionally invested in the relationship after the honeymoon phase ended. I cared too much, in a different way. At some point, your voice changed. You had a guard up. You closed the door on me. It's like I didn't know who you were anymore. Like I was talking to someone else. Someone who looks like you, but talked to me like a stranger. Someone that you spilled coffee on in the street, late for work. A respectful exchange. An accident. The emotion was gone. I was lost in a sea of me's. I slipped through the cracks of your presence, and not in the way I used to. There was an echo of resentment and disappointment. You seemed angry at me. You got tired of me. As much as I want to blame you, I know I had to have pushed you there. I subconsciously pushed you away, and even now, you won't provide me with reasons how. think that if you did, it really would be the end of it all. We would go no contact again, but for real this time. And probably forever too. I wish I understood why this is always where the road ends for me. It always comes to a close with too much left unsaid and too much resentment for either of us to try and say anything at all. I don't think that I can ever love someone the same. When the large chapter of us concluded, so did my idea of what love was. I thought that it was the weight of your head in my lap as I ran my fingers through your thick hair, the sound of our matched breaths under a heavy blanket, my head in your chest, your arms cradling me, the forehead kisses while I got dressed. I thought that it was the entwined limbs falling in and out of sleep between our busy lives, even if just for a short time. I thought that it was the meet me's and the I'm outsides and the where are you's. I thought that it was the building of furniture and the decorating my apartment for the holidays. I thought that it was the secrets, the dishwashing, and the if it happens, it happens. I thought many things, and I felt them for too long. The day I changed your name in my phone, and the day I noticed you changed mine, a piece of me shattered. I know how silly of a thing that is, a contact name, but it wasn't that. We were becoming strangers. We were moving backward in time and skipping over the good stuff. There have been so many moments of love and so many moments of disconnection. I never will understand what it all truly means, just how it feels. The pain of self-control and of distance has been the biggest struggle, but I finally realized that it is past fixing. It's past repair and past mending. We have said too much. We have repeated ourselves too much. Nothing can be said. Nothing can be done. We have both become resentful. We have both broken our links. I can't keep trying to convince you to listen. I can't keep trying to make you love me again. I can't keep making a fool out of myself. When I first met you, I felt like we had a story in another life, one neither of us remembered. You felt all too familiar to me, something to be explored, someone you held a lot of space in my heart in another universe. I think there always comes a turning point in a relationship where we both know that we can't bring it back. It's heading full speed into oblivion. There's no more possibility of it being corrected or brought back to what it once was. I waited for you to be okay. And I convinced myself too soon that the time had come. I did my best to settle my wants, but I'm still in love with the you from all those years ago. My words of love for you could fill the longest of pages. I would write until my hand gave out, before my soul was even halfway through. I just wish that I could even write one little piece for you to read and for you to finally fill. I always told myself that a statement could open you up and that you would understand it and let it resonate with you. It never could. That is something I've always been let down on by everyone in my life. There is so much passion in a well thought out note or letter. Even though you couldn't hear their frequency, I have never regretted my words written to you. It gave me the outlet I needed to keep going. It was then that I finally realized I was imposing my emotions and expectations onto you. As much as I wish that it worked like that, I know you shouldn't be held to that, as we are different people. I wish that I could hate you, that I could blame you, that I could say it's all your fault. I know deep down that I'd only be lying to myself, delaying my self-acceptance. I can say though, it all feels personal. It all feels directed. I wasn't set on fire, but your lie's flames somehow also burned my feet. I wish I could set fire to your soul again, to make you feel safe again, to make you feel like you can tell me things again, to feel closer. I know that you care about me still, but you don't care about how I feel anymore. You aren't a safe place for me anymore. I'm bad at letting go. Everything is all or nothing with me, and we haven't been all in a long time. Whatever it is you become, whoever it is, I need you to know that you are my person. You are everything I needed you to be. I will thank God forever that you were sent to me. Although it was not enough time, I will cherish every moment for the rest of my life. I never deserved the love you gave, and I will never be able to give that back. Whatever universe you are in, you will always have your space in my heart. I love you, not just for something, but for everything.
I ask God about how you're doing. I dream of looking into your eyes again, seeing the spark in them, the same spark that's held in me after all these years. The rain makes me think of you. At the end of every summer, when I go back home, I can't wait for the rain. The drops on my skin are as cold as your hands and your feet. I still think of you in small things. I don't sweep the dust under the door anymore. I always use a coaster with my coffee, and I always try to focus on the positive. I can still feel your head in my chest, the sweet smell of your hair filling my nose. I do my best to keep going. You were everything I needed, and I realized that too late. Should the day arrive that I get to see you again in this life, when we're shorter and gray, I'd finally be able to keep my promise of never forgetting you. I will always remember you, for you are my moon. Love, Lou.
There's a pine on fire, and your eyes get wide, excited by the violence it inspires. There's a spark on the way. Oh, Joanna, I'm stuck. Oh, Joanna, I'm tired. You say, oh man, well, you can't outrun it, you can't be undone. Shadows jumping like puppets and laughing at you. The times I lied, but there were times where you were clapping and laughing. There were honest times too. Times you cry. So I say, extend your giving hand, Joanna, and I'll cry with you. But I know that I cannot change it. It can't be undone. Shadows stretching and scratching at your heels when you run.